hello to everyone at home. Welcome back, Oregon Ducks hockey. It's senior night here in Eugene. Isaac Rosenthal will be joined in a bit by Derek Armstrong. We're back home. It's been a while since we've been here at the Rink Exchange. A couple of games up north of the Columbia last weekend, and then the weekend before to start 2020. The Ducks were down in their second home in Medford. What a treat it's been to play down in Southern Oregon in front of some packed houses this year for the Ducks, but happy to be back home in Eugene tonight. And Derek, as we welcome you back in, it's senior night, so we'll talk about the individual seniors in a moment, but you've got the unique perspective. You've been through one of these, so what's it like as a player on senior night?
I mean, it's exciting for both the seniors and their families as well as the other players on the team, because everyone, you definitely don't want to lose on senior night. I mean, that's so everyone on the bench, the juniors, sophomores, freshmen, grad students, I mean, everyone out there wants to win for those seniors. And man, the season's flown by. I'm sure that's going through the players' head, but this is the last weekend before the postseason starts, so everyone's going to be energized. This is the time of the year you got to be playing your best hockey.
So they're laying down the carpet there. They're going to bring the seniors and I'd imagine some guests from each senior out. We'll take a look at who those seniors are for the Ducks. It's a big senior class, and that's the first thing that leaps out at you after last season. Not a lot of seniors last year.
Yeah. Really I mean, it's just the two goaltenders,
Jackson
right?
And Jackson Howery and Noah Rosenberg, who I saw Noah today. He's in the house. And I understand Sammy's, his brother, is here too somewhere. But yeah, only two seniors last year, and both kind of 2 and 2A. Both of them sort of co-backups to Grayson Parks last year, as he really sort of took over in his rookie season. But very different scenario today, so let's just start going down the list. Peyton Barkley, Nathan Lutz, Harry Cass, Warren Berg, Dom Estrada, Connor Hornline, Andrew Lee, Brian Freitag, and his second senior night. Not a lot of people get those. It's Trevor Schott. Had what he thought was the end of his playing career, and then was a coach last year, and the boys did so well last year. He was able to come back a fifth year of eligibility as a grad student, and he gets another one tonight. So it's interesting. You look at this class, what these guys have been through, especially the guys like Lutz and Schott that have really been around this team basically their entire collegiate careers. I was just looking at my Facebook memories today, and there was something I had posted in January of 2016 about the way that the Pac-8 rankings work, because they've got unbalanced schedules, so you have teams with better records that are ranked ahead of it, and that was the reason I had posted it then, was because, look how bizarre this is. There are teams with good records that are behind teams with bad records, but what leaps out to me when I look at it now is Oregon at that point was 4-10-1 that season in the Pac-8, which is not good. Not great is the professional term for it. Yeah, 4-10-1. I posted that status on January 31st of 2016. This year, Derek, 19-3-0-1, 11-0-0-1 in the Pac-8. They have not lost west of the Cascades.
Yeah,
they've lost to number 1 in the East, Florida Gulf Coast, number 1 in the West, Mary, and Northern Colorado,
who I believe was like 8 or 13.
They were
top
13 at the time. I think they've moved up. Interestingly, that was North Colorado's senior night in front of a packed house in Greeley. They got almost 1,000 people at their home games.
Wow.
And that was a showcase, but it was a showcase where they were one of the hosts, and that was a home game at their home rink. So very much not a neutral site game. And what I've heard is that the North Colorado commentators were saying later on in the tournament that game was by far the best they had played all year.
Oh, wow.
And really it was, they really showed up for senior night. They came out, and the Ducks, that game left a sour taste in their mouth. I actually thought the next day against Mary, they played really well, especially in the last 10 minutes of that game, despite the 2-0 loss. I mean, losing 2-0 to Mary is nothing to be ashamed of. I know this team at this point is way past moral victories, but that was an all right one. And then they turned it around with the great game against Weber to close out that showcase. So we're going to quiet down now. We're going to hope you can hear at least a little bit of the senior night festivities, but I'll be there to sort of guide it as well. So I'll turn it over to the PA. Oh, there's Peyton Barkley announced. Favorite memory being with the boys.
Simple, but true.
For the business admin major. Up next is Bergie, one of the captains.
Warren is graduating with a degree in business operations and analytics. After graduation, he plans on pursuing a career in data analytics. His favorite memory as a Duck was winning the Pac-8 tournament and joking around with the boys during every road trip. Number 29, Dom.
Here's Dom Estrada, the next senior to be announced. Man is built like an absolute truck.
Estrada is graduating with a degree in history and a minor in business administration. After graduation, he planned on attending law school while remaining involved in the hockey community in Las Vegas. His favorite memory with the team is winning the Pac-8 championship and hiring Brandon Gold as the greatest improved guy.
Noticing a theme in these favorite memories here. a lot of people liked winning the Pac-8. Brian Freitag next. Man they call Frito.
Graduating with a degree in economics. He plans on living in Portland and pursuing a career in economics after his graduation. His favorite memory was winning the Pac-8 tournament and traveling to new places with his team.
Connor Hornline up next. Haven't seen as much of him the second half of the season as the first, but good to see him dressed just for the senior night ceremony tonight. Connor ended up with 5 goals this year. Would have been a lot more if he'd played the whole season, but notably 2 of those 5 were shorthanded, and one of them was the winner out in Florida as the Ducks beat then number 1, or still number 1, Florida Gulf Coast. And Andrew Lee.
Harrison there
Also
without his
announced
equipment on, sneaking in.
Now Harry.
Cass is graduating with a law degree, and after his graduation, he'd like to further his education by attending a master's program in foreign policy or journalism. His favorite memory as a Duck is currently protected by attorney-client privilege.
Harry, the law student, and our wonderful PA announcer, Stephen, announces his favorite memory as currently protected by attorney-client privilege. Good stuff, Stephen. Andrew Lee, who's having a red-hot season. 54 points coming into the weekend. He really lights it up here. Trevor Schott's record is still a ways away, but it's visible.
Is that like 72 or something?
74, I think, in like 24 games.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous season, and that's what they needed. They needed that from Trevor that year to be
average at
to
best.
be even okay. Yeah. Nathan Lutz, who I think was a line mate of Trevor on that season. On this team for a long time, and always see his dad helping out in the scorer's booth. And the man, the myth, the legend himself, Trevor Schott, who hit the 200-point mark in his career over the weekend. That's a big number.
Yeah.
In an ACHA career, playing 25 or 30 games a year. I don't know if there is really any good career records across programs, but I'd have to imagine that that's up there
Yeah.
all time.
Particularly with the games played.
And Seabass Ulloa, the last one. Player's come a long way. Actually, really, even just the last couple of weeks, you could see it in his game. A little more confidence, and good to see. Another one who liked winning the Pac-8. Ducks are going to have a really good chance to do that again coming up. Boise's going to have something to say about that, though. Eastern's going to have something to say about that, though. Cal's going to have something to say about that, though. And
I'm sure if San Diego State and Oregon meet in the
if San Diego State if they play the Ducks again, boy, they're going to want to have something to say.
Yeah.
Ducks haven't had too many games against the South this year, but if you're just looking strictly at the rankings, they are the class of the conference this season. But strange things happen in Tahoe. Anybody can go into that tournament and win. Going to take a lot of hard work. Good for the Ducks this year. They had another sort of tournament type 4 games, or ended up being 3 games in 3 days, as Colorado State, for what will only be described as reasons, unable to participate in that tournament. But 3 games in 3 days, and the Ducks did that again last weekend. The way it worked out, they had the 2 games to finish out the sweep of the I-5 Cup. 2 straight sweeps, 9 straight overall against the Huskies. But then the Ducks finished it out with what may have been the more challenging game against Washington State on Sunday. And that's just
resurgence from that program. You would not have expected that.
We've both seen a lot of Washington State
past
teams,
3 years.
and for them to be considerably better than Washington.
Yeah, it wasn't even like it wasn't like a trend, like the program was trending upwards at any point. This is really kind of just out of nowhere, and I mean, it's great to see the more teams in the Pac-8 playing well, the better for the conference.
Oh, absolutely. And it's it's more fun to beat good teams. It's more fun to win competitive games. And the Ducks, boy, did they just have such a great weekend last weekend. The second game, the second period, the second game against Washington, I don't think they were very happy with. Other than that, though, I think they really played 6, 7, 8 great periods of hockey. 3 good games. Scored a bunch of goals in all of those, and it was a happy drive back, even for the coaches who have very high expectations of this team this year. And that's something that, I mentioned it again, what the Ducks record was 5 seasons ago at this time. And it's just been straight up since Riley Orr has gotten here, and Christian Vivian has been a big help as well.
You'll talk to him, and he'll tell you, I mean, going into the season, he'll have believed that they could have won every single game, and they competed in every single game. And I remember pulling up last year's University of Mary's first year, and I was just looking at the standings. I see this team that's played upwards of 40 games. University of Mary, I do a little Google, see that it's a new program at this school, fully funded. And they're just out beating everyone and everything that they play. They were like undefeated for the longest time. And I just say, wow, Coach Orr, like, you seeing this? He's like, oh yeah, we can beat them.
We got them. Yeah, I mean, great confidence, but also a lot of respect for opponents, respect for doing it the right way. And, they went in on it. This was a conversation I had I remember talking with Sam Rosenberg, Sammy 4 goals for longtime fans of the broadcast, who was kind of in a GM role the last year or 2 for the team, and talking about, boy, how cool would it be just to get Florida Gulf Coast on the schedule? And we were talking about that in a way of like, yeah, we'll probably go out there and lose by 6, but we just need to start playing these good teams. And gosh darn it, we got them on the schedule this year. That first game was a little rough, but the second game, they beat them.
They got them.
And it was, against Mary, they didn't feel like they had a tremendous game, and they turned it on in the last 10 minutes and really made a run at them at the end. And you watch that Mary team, you drop the 2 very important words about Mary: fully funded. as the parents of this Ducks team know very well, and I'm sure it's the same way, most of the teams in the Pac-8, if not everywhere, you pay a bunch of money to play club hockey or to play, for these teams. At Mary, they might not be on scholarship, but they're not paying dues. They've got buses whenever they travel. They set up, watching them set up outside their locker room, it looks like you're looking at a varsity program. They've got the training table laid out, even just little things like having, snacks laid out, like the fruit snacks, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Like I said, the video I saw when I was looking in this team was a press conference, released from their athletic department at the school.
Yeah, it's a varsity program. And Mary, the team that the Ducks lost to in the regionals last year, Williston State, I think is the same way, where some of these smaller schools in the Midwest and Dakotas, they might not be NCAA teams, but they're still varsity teams. They are, out there from the official athletic department, and those are the teams that the Ducks are starting to compete with now, and it's just been really exciting to watch.
They're going to be excited and hoping that they can meet them again at the ACHA National Tournament. I mean, they got to regionals last year, and it's obviously been the goal this year, get one step further. I know the top 2 teams in the West rankings automatically qualify. I don't know realistically with the games left, even if the Ducks win them all, win the Pac-8 tournament, if they can squeak into that top 2, that'd be awesome. But most likely going into the regional tournament with a high seed.
Yeah, gonna be probably about the way it's looking now, maybe somewhere in the 4 to 6 region going into regionals, which is. There was a time there were a few weeks there where it looked like maybe if we got a little bit lucky, we could sneak up to 1 or 2. Unfortunately, it's tough. I mean, strength of schedule is so important. It's 95, 96% of the rankings.
And we were talking about the new teams that the Ducks are getting on the roster. I mean, that part of that's huge for just knowing how the ranking system and the algorithm works. Yes, they went to Colorado and were 1-2 in those games. I'm sure 2-1 would have been the perfect goal. 3-0 would have been amazing. But coming out 1-2, that's still they're a little calculated score or whatever. It went up just based on who they play.
A little bit based on beating Weber, on playing Mary, and it's all these little things. They did not give up. They did not give up an empty net goal against Mary, and they scored an empty net goal against Weber.
Yeah.
And those 2 goals in each game probably made the difference between moving up and moving down.
And again, only losing to Mary by 2 goals when the goal differential is a big factor. Eastern Washington here, they lost 8-1 to Mary early in the year, as many teams do. I think the 7 goals is the max, so it doesn't calculate past that. But being within, it's the loss, disappointing. Would have liked to win, but only losing by 2, all of that really helps the rankings.
Now, you mentioned this Eastern team against Mary. Not a close game, but no slouches. No slouches.
Oh, absolutely not.
This group from Cheney. They're big, they're strong, they hit, they score.
Yeah, I was just perusing through their schedule, and I think they're 13-17, or at least on what's posted, and not the greatest record. I'm sure they would have better, but you just look at the teams they're playing, and I mean, they're playing really stiff competition every weekend. The Marys, the Boise States repeatedly, the Utah State, BYU. They went Williston State, who the Ducks met in regionals last year. They played twice at home. So Montana State. I mean, lots of really good teams.
They beat Montana State.
Exactly. So this is not. You look at the record, you might say, oh, this should be easy for the Ducks, but absolutely not. And we know that every year you play Eastern Washington. Especially with just the different style of play that they have. Anyone can tell you my experience with the new Eastern Washington team, I should say, when they brought their 2 programs together. They used to have another team in the British Columbia League, and they formed together with the ACHA team just to compete in the ACHA. And since then, they've really been a force, particularly physical, just something you don't see quite often in the Pac-8. The Ducks always like to play harp that mentality, get out there, play physical, play hard. But honestly, no one does it better than Eastern Washington. So many teams in this league, super skilled players. Look at the Ducks. I mean, and guys like Trevor Schott, Andrew Lee, Schultz, I don't know, just guys off the top of my head, Connor Rendell. These are guys, they want to toe drag, they want to dance around you, and they were really good at it. They have that handling skill. But a team like Eastern Washington, they just want to pressure you, they want to make you you're scared to get the puck behind your net, and it works. It's a different style of hockey that works. So I know the Ducks need to. I'm really curious to how this game starts out. We'll see. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, Eastern hits. You hit it right on the head, and that was something that was echoed in talking to the guys last weekend. I think it was Connor Rendell was like, every time you play them, you're sore the next day.
Yeah.
You feel it. You hurt.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter if it's a 7-0 win for the Ducks or if it's a closer game. You're gonna feel like you were in a freaking war against these guys. They really hit, and they do take a lot of penalties.
I was just about to say that another big thing for me for the Ducks tonight is going to be the power play. You're going to want, Eastern's going to take penalties, so you got to take advantage of those opportunities and convert on the power play, which they've had a lot of success this season, and I'd like to continue that tonight.
Yeah, the penalties, granted, Eastern, we'll give you the asterisk. Eastern has played about 5-6 games more than the Ducks. However, the Ducks, Austin Poltz in 23 games has 46 penalty minutes.
Okay, yeah.
It's the most on the Ducks. That would put him. Let's see.
4,
1,
5,
2, 3, 4.
I'd say he'd be about 5th or 6th.
He'd be about 5th in penalty minutes on Eastern. What's really interesting, though, looking at these Eastern stats, is the guy that leads them in penalty minutes, Mitch Hunt, also has 36 points.
Yeah.
He's also their leading scorer. And it's all of these guys. In the second, well, maybe not all of them. Jimmy
52
Frey's
penalty minutes.
second, but Austin Azanaro, 52 penalty minutes. He's got 31 points in 30 games.
Yeah.
Joseph Porco, he's only got 11, but he's got 10 assists with only one goal to get to the 11 points.
Yeah.
Good distribution from him. He's got 55 penalty minutes. So the Ducks know that they're likely to get some time a man up today, and they've got a power play this year that has been good. But I think if there was one frustration for the coaches last weekend, it was execution on the power play.
True.
So, I would expect that may have been a focus in practice this week, and it's going to be something that we watch for from the Ducks, because you'd be very surprised if they don't get their shots on the power play today. Buzzer just went off, so we're going to take a quick break. We've got the anthems and the lineups coming up, and we'll be ready for hockey very shortly. Don't go too far. performance from Steven down there in the PA box.
He does it all.
Music, PA announcing.
Does he come up with the nicknames and everything himself?
He does. He's a full-service guy down there.
Wow.
Best in the ACHA.
Also, you can't. I don't know if you can see his outfit. I guess not on the stream, but green, Oregon green, head to toe.
Want to welcome our guests watching from Eastern Washington. I promise I won't get too annoying, but a little bit maybe. Some good homerism is healthy. I'll let you guys know too for our visitors tonight. We do run a score clock on our broadcast, but it's manually started and stopped, so it's an approximation, but it's not quite official. I'll do my best to let you know the official time as we are underway. Damas Strada, Warren Berg, Brian Freitag, Andrew Lee, and Trevor Schott, the opening group out there for the Ducks in front of Grayson Parks. And Eastern will play that off the bench and send it back down towards Parks. He's got to touch it away into the corner. And now right behind the blue line, sent in by number 2. That's Chad Haywood of Eastern Washington, and we'll get our first line change. 29 ticks in. So we talked about it, Derek. The power play got to be good for the Ducks tonight. What else has to be good?
I want to match the physicality. I mean, I'd probably say that every single game, but you know, it is my play style. I like it. I'm gonna stand by it that it works. But good puck movement, tape-to-tape passes, and yeah, keep your head up and play smart.
Austin Poltz will step in towards that one, but Ducks still can't get it into the Eastern zone just quite yet. Kurt Fortney touches that towards Rendell. This is a line that had a pretty good week last weekend. Fortney, Charnholm, Rendell. And Paiute Morrison with Poltz, the current D pair. Paiute's been a great find for this team. Really makes a difference, gives them a little more depth defensively. And here's Rendell with a nice gift and a shot that goes wide into the corner. Comes all the way back into the neutral zone before Trevor Schott gets a stick on it, but that's intercepted by 19 is Zach Minderman. An Eastern name I'm expecting to call a few times tonight. Chance for Minderman, but he pulled it back and almost lost it, just barely kept in the zone by Walker. And now here's a chance for Trevor Schott. His first opportunity. Rebound goes into the corner. Andrew Lee will go get it. And Andrew Lee works it back now to Berg. Gets it right back to the senior Lee, who takes a shot and a save.
Right in the old chest protector.
And
a couple good looks there by the Ducks, though.
Did
nice
not hear the announcement of the Eastern Washington starter, and I can't quite make out
I see a 37.
A 37? Well, that would be Jake Bowen.
But yeah.
That would be Jake Bowen if, in fact, he's wearing the same number that he has on the ACHA website, which is not always a given. I spent the entirety, or like 55 minutes of the Washington State game thinking that their leading scorer was somebody else, and somebody else was wearing his number, and he chimed in the comments with like 3, 4, 5 minutes left in the game. Oh, by the way, that's not me. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, I think some programs just run it like middle school soccer.
Right.
Put all the gear in a bucket, and then you just kind of grab your part. A couple different sizes going around.
Here's Andrew Lee back to goal, now trying to turn around. Math wasn't in his favor there as the Ducks are going to a line change. He didn't have anyone to play the puck to. And now in the corner trying to work from behind the net now. And firing a shot over the cage was Reed Kaiser. Jack Rogaski working there. And centering pass deflected in for Eastern to take a 1-0 lead early.
That was an unfortunate bounce. Looked like did that go off Berg's stick?
I don't know that it was an Eastern stick. They all count the same, but
that's a tough bounce early on. Not what the Ducks wanted. Just 3 minutes into the game here. See how they respond.
The first time the Ducks have trailed in a while, since I guess it would have been the early parts of that Weber State game. Charnholm fired there. That was Poltz firing that across toward Charnholm. And loose puck comes to Austin Poltz. He'll play it back to Paiute Morrison.
This is the Ducks' first game back in Eugene since the break, right?
Since November.
Yeah.
A long time. And here's Minderman. Gets the puck and sends it across the face of goal, but I think that went behind the goal. 16-20 officially in period one. And Freitag tries to find Lutz, will just backhand that one through the neutral zone, and that was 14 as Shuck of Eastern Washington who corralled it. Now Freitag again backhands it across into a little bit of space. Now up off the glass, and the Ducks will chase after it, but Eastern will set up from their own zone, now through to the neutral zone, and the Ducks try to take it away there through Jack Garrity. As we've got Garrity out there with Schott and Lutz, and a save made from Grayson Parks, and he'll cover it up.
Ducks a little pinned right now, having a hard time settling the puck down in the Eastern Washington zone. They've gotten a couple dump-ins, but they were either chasing around in their defensive zone, so they needed to change, or they weren't able to get the puck pinned behind the Eastern Washington net. So looking for a good, smooth breakout here, transition, get into the Eastern Washington zone and get control.
Bit of a size mismatch in the face-off circle there, eh?
A little bit.
Mitch Hunt is a little bit bigger than Isaiah Strategos, the rookie. Isaiah's a player who's really, since the really shined in the Big Mountain Showcase and last weekend as well, sort of didn't see as much from him in the first half of the season, but boy, is he a strong skater, and he's going to have a real bright future for this Ducks program, but that's knocked away from him as he tried to find a teammate. Ducks will retain possession, though.
Can't speak for what program he came from, but it's always an adjustment getting to the college level, even if it's the club level. It's just different play.
And that one's sent in, and it will be icing, and then Paiute Morrison is run into. I think that was in good faith, but still maybe a little unnecessary.
That was interesting. Hunt went down a little. They were both just kind of gliding, but also decided to bump into each other. So
nothing doing except for the icing, and we'll get a face-off in the Eagles zone with 15:02 officially left in period one. The Eagles jumped out to the 1-0 lead on the deflection in front just about 3 minutes in.
This has been one of the tamer starts, I have to say, for Eastern Washington Oregon game.
And a chance maybe for Eastern going the other way as Zanaro jumped into that one. I know that was 4, not 9. Sorry about that. That was Reed Kaiser, who made a great play to create that chance and springs himself the other way, but Grayson Parks, good solid save.
You hate giving up a breakaway like that, but I mean, it was a great back check just to get pressure on him. He really didn't have time. If he had made a move, he maybe would have gotten caught, so he just had to fire a quick shot. Grayson, no problem.
So once more underway, Charnholm up for Rendell. Kurt Fortney moving in behind him. Rendell takes a shot that's kicked into the corner. And now cleared again the length of the ice, and that one will go for an icing. 14:37 officially left period one.
I guess they'll count that as a good faith effort by Freitag on the point. Sometimes when the D-man makes a play on it and he's right there, even if he just misread the bounce or whatever happened, sometimes you don't see that called icing, so fortunate for the Ducks.
Off the face-off and shot through, but it was deflected and never got anywhere near the goal. Now picked out of the corner, and Eastern will try to start from behind their own net. Swinging it the other way now, but pulled back by the Ducks. Now they'll work it back up to the point. The shot through deflected, still loose, and it goes into the corner. Rendell will chase it. Fortney to pick it up towards Charnholm, and his shot deflected into the netting.
Some really good puck movement, sustained pressure, cycling the puck around the boards, getting it out into the slot for a shot, just having a hard time getting it on net, but really good movement by that line.
So Strategos Lutz Estrada is the unit for the Ducks. And just shot in and gloved by Grayson there. We'll get another whistle with 14:02 left in the first. Two full benches tonight. You love to see that. A lot of times in the ACHA, especially the road team, might have not a lot of guys. USC, who has not had the greatest season.
Have they won a game in the Pac 8?
I was trying to be euphemistic, but no, they have not.
Okay.
But they have had at least one game this season where they posted their score sheet online. 6 guys and a goalie.
Really? That's gonna make it hard to win a hockey
game. Not a recipe for victory, but back to this one now. As a narrow pokes at that one. And kicked through. Another deflection, knocked behind the net. Paiute Morrison tries to find it, is only able to knock it back towards the Eagles again now. Cross ice.
Nice low shot there by
good physical play from Estrada. Now Strategos the other way toward Lutz to try to find it and keep it alive, but in the neutral zone, Eastern takes it. Freitag. Now Nathan Lutz will just get a stick on that one.
It's a good smart play.
Go for a line
change. It's going to be a power play here for the Ducks, actually. Elbow called.
So we talked about it. Power play's got to be big for the Ducks tonight. They'll get their first chance with 13 flat left in the first period.
Looking like number 5, Zach Mitro. 2 minutes for elbowing. We're going to be looking for that Charnholm shot. They love to put him back on the point on the power play.
Warren Berg. Quick pass to give it away now right back towards Berg. Faked a shot, then sends it over to Andrew Lee. Across and behind now for Charnholm. Back to Berg at the point. Back to Charney at the dot, across to Lee. Waited just a second for the shot. He still scores.
I was almost going to comment like the net's open. He's too late. Goalie got over, but wow, sneaky little shot, put it on the ice right in the bottom left corner.
Wait, you heard me saying the same thing. Oh no, too late. Oh well, no. I'm sorry, Andrew. That was a great shot.
Yeah, totally.
What won the score?
Totally calculated. There's the power play goal Ducks are looking for.
So they wanted their power play good. It can't start better than that.
Yeah, only took about 25 seconds. It's a really nice cross-ice pass, though, to give Lee that space. I mean, the reason the net was so open, the goalie had to slide across, was the pass. Good look, but also a lot of power on the pass. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good play by Lee, too, to be able to handle that and get the shot off quickly.
So tie game again, back underway. Back to 5-on-5 as Jack Garrity finds Lee, then sends it across toward Garrity and just couldn't quite direct it on goal. This line, man, there is a lot of talent on the forward group for the Ducks right now. Andrew Lee, Jack Garrity, and Trevor Schott. The 90s line for the Ducks, that's as good as any in the country right now. Holtz will send that one, but it's just going to go for an icing and missed everyone in the neutral zone with 12:03 left in the first period.
Yeah, speaking about this line, a lot of speed, especially, Lee and Jack. They are probably the two fastest guys on the team, I would imagine. Maybe a healthy horn line out there. And then Trevor Schott, it's like he doesn't kill you with speed. He just, he's fast in his own regard, but he just gets around you any way he wants.
Yeah, I don't think he's beating Andrew Lee in a foot race too many times, but I don't think most people are beating Andrew Lee in a foot race too many times. Grayson Parks gloves that one.
No one quite does it like Schott, just going into traffic, going into their group, and I don't know, I either expect him to fall on his butt or, I don't know, lose the puck. But next thing you know, he's through three guys and out the other side with an opportunity to go on the goalie.
Trying to work that one out of the zone. Now they just do. As Strategos tries to pull it back and find it. Still bouncing around there in the neutral zone, and Isaiah's found it.
Takes a weird bounce.
And get a hand pass called there?
I think it like when it took the weird bounce, he reached his hand out and got a tiny piece of it.
Already.
But unfortunately for them, it was inside the blue line, so it's going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Ducks.
Here's Peyton Barkley out there for the first time. Well, the first time I've seen him anyway. May have gotten some ice time before. And he'll just shoot that one in, and Lutz will chase after it. But Eastern's on the puck. Found in the neutral zone, though, by Warren Berg. He'll send it in, and again, the Ducks will make Eastern have to think about it. Good crisp pass there, and that one is not as good and not as crisp, and it will go for an icing against the Eagles with 11:07 left in the first period of a 1-1 hockey game.
Just kind of fired it at Mitro, and Mitro just kind of doesn't even take an attempt at it because it's just flying through the air. Just kind of looks at his defenseman like, okay,
it's all right.
What do you want me to do with that?
So no change for Eastern. The Ducks get the FCR line out there. I'm not sure I've settled on that for a name for this line, but I like it for now. 100-foot shot towards Parks there, easy save, and that one too far in front of Charnholm, but collected in the defensive zone by the Eagles, so they'll have to play this out here. And they would have been offside. Good job to avoid the puck there by 24, who's not on my roster. Any of the Eastern fans or parents want to help me out, I'll try to find that in the comments. And here's Trevor in the neutral zone. And tried to have the puck on a string there. It was knocked back toward Freitag.
I think number 24 is Stevenson. Got a couple of zeros there at the top.
That could be. There's Trevor again with the shot and kick to the corner. Andrew Lee now.
Shot saw Andrew Lee go low with success, so fired a little low shot of his own, but goaltender up to the task that time.
Shot back towards Lee, too far. And now in the neutral zone, and again Eastern coming the other way, but Grayson Parks will just cover that one up. He'll take the face-off instead. 9:42 left, period one.
We got KVAL news here, so look pretty out there, boys.
We got KVAL, we got Duck TV here. There's Jack. Squeezes by the defender. Sends it around as he's hit pretty hard there. That's a hit. Looked like a hit from behind to me, but neither do the officials have their arms up.
Starting to see the physicality bump up a little bit. This is more the Eastern I expected.
Shot got a stick on the puck there. Now Austin Poltz. Poked away though. He'll chase it. He plays a hit. And Paiute Morrison waits for everyone to get back on side, then knocks it forward for Lutz. Just bouncing off his stick though. He's got to regroup and corral it as it's sent behind the net. And we have a Charlie Gearing sighting.
Ooh, big hit there by Strategos.
Don't see him make the physical play too often, but
man, the guy he hit, good couple weight classes above his size, but he really threw him into the boards there. Wants a little revenge. That's about as clear interference as it gets. So here's another power play for the Ducks. And that was a good eye by the ref outside the zone. Yeah. Mitch Hunt going to plead his case. Let's make that 114 penalty minutes. The puck was, it's one of those cases where everyone's kind of poking around at the puck, and one player's kind of standing off to the side, doesn't have the puck, isn't touching it, just waiting to see if it pops out, and all of a sudden he gets hit. It's going to be an interference.
Another shot goes behind the goal, and this Ducks power play goes back to work. Andrew Lee, the pass towards Trevor's shot. Not set through cleanly, and back to Warren Berg. Now back to Andrew Lee. Back to Berg. He takes a clapper, deflected, scores!
Senior night. Warren Berg clap bomb. You don't see that much these days.
We've seen it a few times this year, though, actually. Boy,
the wind-up, though. The wind-up.
Clap bomb this year. And
that's true. Man.
Iceberg with the goal.
It's a dying art, which is a shame to say, but, man, you could just hear that hit back bar. No problem. Yeah, really good traffic in front. Puck movement again by the Ducks. It just went D to D, and Eastern, one of their forwards committed. They had two guys kind of on one defenseman, so committed a little hard. Puck went back to Berg. He twisted his body, wound up, and with the traffic in front, goalie couldn't even see it. It's behind him.
The iceberg that sunk the Titanic. I called him the iceberg. That was only half the nickname. Steven does a really good job with those, but it's 2-1 Ducks, 7:50 left in the first period, and 2 power play goals for the Ducks. So they knew they wanted to be successful on the power play tonight. They knew they were going to get their chances, and execution through the first 12 and a half minutes.
We'll see if Eastern needs to be smart, not frustrated by calls, frustrated obviously by the Ducks scoring on both times that they were given the power play. So, I mean, Eastern needs to be smart here and not rally up more penalties, because you see what can happen.
That one sent by Poltz behind the net. Charnholm can't track it down, but he may yet find it toward the sideboards there. And now Easton trying to move in transition. Fortunate bounce finds the number 5 in white. That is, we're still playing. Sorry, stop the clock there. 5 in white was Micho.
Yeah, interesting decision.
Another big hit there.
Those are two big bodies running into each other. That doesn't look like much because there's a little standoff. Neither guy went down, but those hurt.
Rendell was looking for the shot there, but it's poked away. And now Karam's all the way out into the neutral zone, where Brian Freitag will recover for the Ducks. He's going to go all the way back behind Grayson Parks' net and backhands it for Rendell in a little bit of space. Rendell now toward the bench with a couple of guys changing. And offside go the Ducks there just by a hair. 6:46 left officially in the first period.
You never know what would have happened, but Porco was lining Rendell up there when he was walked in the zone. Who knows? Connor's crafty, might just stepped around him, but
yeah, Rendell's a big boy too. But we promised you beforehand there were going to be hits in this game, and I think we followed through on that so far. As Barkley's shoved a little there.
Oh,
And
great
here's
chip.
a chance for Barkley. With Strategos going, Barkley instead will take the shot. It's deflected into the
That's
netting.
a nice shot. He just barely clipped that with his shoulder. Hard to tell from our angle if it was going into the corner, but nice little shot by Barkley. But that play all started with a great chip by Nathan Lutz on the hash marks in his own zone. Gets the puck on the boards, immediately surrounded by Eastern Washington pressure, as they love to do. But he turns, gets the backhand high off the glass, and then next thing you know, it's a 2-on-2 down the ice.
So here's the 90s line out for the Ducks now. And almost losing an edge was Hunt in the neutral zone there. Takes a shot. It's deflected out and out. He's good, man. Mitch Hunt's a good hockey player.
Yeah, that was a good hard shot. Grayson pops the shoulder up, hits it high.
24 goals on the year for Mitch Hunt in 28 games. That leads the Eagles by a ton, or by 5. Austin Azanaro's got 19, and I guess one today, too. I think he had the credit for it, but after those two, the goals sort of drop off a little bit. The points, though, don't. It's pretty even point production, really, for the Eagles, especially at this level. Usually you'll see 2, 3, 4 guys, and then everyone else has significantly less. Lots of points up and down the lineup.
Be interesting to see how many points he'd have if he hadn't spent 2 games worth in the box.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. He's only spent 114 minutes in the box. That's a full 6 minutes short of 2 games.
Sorry, I was kind of anticipating more tonight maybe, or this weekend, but we'll see. See how disciplined he can be. Because, I mean, when he's out there, he's a major threat. Ooh, looks like we're going to get Eastern Washington power play here. A little cheeky hook by Jack Garrity. He's going to send him to the box. He'll plead his case, but you could see that one too. Just anytime you get the stick up in the player's midsection and you impede their progress, I mean, that's the rule, right? That's the rule. So what are you going to complain about?
And now Warren Berg digging for that one, as again, it is the first power play of the game for Eastern Washington. They find themselves trailing 2-1 after taking the early lead. Up to the point, now working it around, misplayed that pass, and Warren Berg finds Fortney, who clears the length of the ice. Ducks will get a line change on the penalty kill. Good, solid first short-handed sequence, as now Eastern on the power play breakout through the zone, now into the neutral zone and across the blue line. Azanaro, sorry, that's called him Azanaro several times. Number 9 is not Azanaro. That is Brendan Weiss. 4:30 left officially first period, and Jack Garrity's got half of his penalty served. Garrity's been a versatile player for the Ducks this year. Forward, a little bit of D as well.
Eastern Washington having a hard time getting set up in the offensive zone here on the power play.
A 14-on-14 work there as Strategos and Shuck among the bodies battling for that. And the Ducks get the clear all the way off the Zamboni door. 4 minutes now left in the period and 30 seconds left on Garrity's minor. And the Ducks are going to find the puck here and look out. They just missed springing Connor Rendell the other way. He's still going to chase after that, and nearly. I thought he might have been able to get to that one played from behind the net, but Eastern instead will get one last power play rush here. Looking for the shot on Parks, and he shrugs it away. 3 seconds left on Garrity's minor, so still enough time to win the faceoff and set up a play. Well, never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say, threw a little cheap shot in there, skating by.
So we'll have 4-on-4 for 4 seconds. It'll be our little secret. I'm just going to put the graphic up there as a UO 5-on-4 now so that I don't have to change it later, but rest assured for 3 seconds it's 4-on-4. And I'm going to hold the clock for a while because it started to lose the plot. Officially, it's 3:33 left, so I'm just going to wait till we catch up and then I'll start it again. Here's Andrew Lee. Back to Berg. Almost had Garrity. Deflected there, still loose, now cleared. As Berg will start from his own end. It's a perfect Ducks power play so far.
Holtz gets out there for Garrity to plant himself in front of the net. Big body to move around.
There's Andrew Lee with speed. All the way around now to Charnholm. Now to Berg. Looking for Lee, but missed him. But going to be tough for Eastern to clear. They're going to have to work for that. And they can't. Charnholm collects it at the point. And Poltz. Now Berg. Lee, right back to Berg. Good body fake. Back to Lee. Back to Berg. Back to Lee. Shot deflected, goes behind the net. Austin Poltz back to Andrew Lee.
It's so simple but effective. Just passing back and forth, making the killers move.
Deflected there as Lee was looking for Trevor's shot, but it goes wide. Collected in the corner now, Charnholm. Shot one-timer, not a clean contact. Andrew Lee will collect it. 40 seconds left now. Still it's Andrew Lee now, back to Berg. And Lee again. Tries to find Charnholm. Taken down there, but all in good fun. 25 seconds left in the man advantage. Trevor's shot. One-timer deflected up wide and almost got the netting, but we'll keep playing because it was just high glass. So Andrew Lee now for shot. Back to Lee. Took the shot that hit off the skate of Paxton Dinwiddie. Now Trevor's shot with a quick one-timer and a save made by Bowen with 4 seconds left on the man advantage. So
that was a long sequence. You could tell players on both teams getting a little tired, especially Eastern jumping around, covering the play. Good penalty kill by them.
So we'll do the same thing here so I don't have to change it later. The graphic's gone now, but again, still 4 seconds of 5-on-4 time for the Ducks. Had a great face-off man in there. Hit Kurt Fortney. And he does get it to Rendell, but then it's lost. And now just going to be sent up off the glass, but right towards Fortney. And now Eastern will send it into the neutral zone, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey with 1:25 left in the first period. It's a 2-1 game. Off the boards rather. Eastern will send it in and chase it. Brian Freitag will play it quick off the glass towards Rendell. Taken away though by Eastern. Kaiser with a shot that's saved by Grayson Parks with 59 flat. And we get another delayed penalty against the Ducks here? Or was the goalie off just on a walkabout?
It was.
No, we do. Freitag.
Mitch Hutton has his stick. It looked like it was incidentally just poked Freitag in the head after the hit behind the net. So Freitag took a little swing at his, and it was all stick on stick. But ref Toller, I guess, deeming it unwarranted. So we'll see what the Eastern really had a tough time setting up their power play, and again off the draw here, it's just going to be a duck dump. So we'll see if they can get set up and get some puck movement around in the Duck zone.
So last minute of play in this first period. It's Haywood moving on down for the Eagles, and we'll get another face-off with 41 ticks left in the period.
Yeah. Looks like the Ducks hit the net off their own moorings, so it'll be a face-off inside the zone.
Who's the fourth out there on the far side? Is that Fortney?
Oh, for the Ducks?
Morrison. It's 12. Here's a shorthanded chance for Andrew Lee. And just got a little too fancy for his own good there, but the Ducks gonna possess the puck here, shorthanded, waiting and now clearing. Andrew Lee will chase it.
Not too much time left for Eastern here.
15 seconds left. Here's Mitch Hunt. Poked away by Grayson Parks. Nice play. Lutz pressuring behind the net. 4 seconds left, and that's going to do it for the first period of play. It's a 2-1 score after 20 minutes. Both Duck goals coming on the power play. Eastern's goal coming at 5-on-5 on a deflection about 3 minutes in. Before we go to break, any closing thoughts, Derek?
It was a bit of a slow start for the Ducks. Honestly, early on, I thought they were the ones more pinned by Eastern Washington. Even when they were getting the puck dumped into Eastern zone, they were having a hard time getting it back or sustaining pressure on Eastern's defense. But the game, you could definitely see the ice tilt, especially after they got the tying goal. It was those power plays really that killed Eastern Washington, just kind of changed the energy in their arena. So we'll see what the Ducks can do. Eastern's going to have a little over a minute left on the power play when they come out for the second period. It's only a 2-1 game, so definitely nowhere close to over.
Well, we will take a quick break, and we will be back with you before too long. friends, we're back. Second period just about to get underway. Jake Bowen will lead the Eagles out. And the Ducks will make their way from the locker room shortly. So 2-1 the score after 20 minutes of play. 2 power play goals out of 3 power play opportunities for the Ducks and the early marker from Eastern Washington. What did you see in that first period?
Like I mentioned before the break, Eastern came out a little they were on the forefront. They came out hot. They were ready to go, and they reaped the rewards of it with a quick goal. But Ducks really responded. When they got a power play opportunity, they took advantage, and you could kind of see the ice tilt the other way. And the Ducks were really getting control of the puck, cycling around. And then when they got another power play, they converted again. And I think it was 3 power plays for the period, and on their third one, they were almost passing the puck around for the entire 2 minutes. I mean, you could see the Eastern guys being really tired. So the Ducks have, their power play is clicking, but even 5-on-5, they got really good puck movement right now. We're going to see how Eastern Washington responds, see if they can have a little bit of that quick jump start like they did in the first period. The Ducks are just walking out now, but Eastern was standing out on the glass, ready to go.
They were ready,
2 minutes ticking on the clock. So, they look fired up. They look ready to start this period strong. So we'll see what they can do.
Well, and they were ready for this weekend. We've been talking about it, the whole time, and they were pumped for this week. They feel like maybe they had an opportunity to kind of make a statement. Maybe that, maybe that the Ducks weren't what the Ducks thought they were, and that they were, better than their record said. And because Eastern, I think, has played a really tough schedule, and then they haven't had the results in that schedule. But huge confidence boost for that Eastern program to get that Montana State win. And I don't mean to say that patronizingly at all. It's a big win to beat Montana State. That'd be a win that the Ducks were pumped about. So they came down to Eugene with a bunch of confidence. I think they still have a bunch of confidence. And we should have a great last 40 minutes of regulation and beyond here. 2-1 our score as we start the second period. The Ducks lead, but they'll start for 1 minute and 1 second on the penalty kill with Brian Freitag in the box.
Doesn't take a hockey analyst to tell you that the biggest thing that Eastern Washington needs to do is stay out of the box, and I'm sure that's been preached to them game after game. But 5-on-5, they're competing, no problem.
Austin Poltz now rips that one around towards Rendell. He'll pick it up and tries to send it up ice toward Fortney. Kurt did get a stick on it, but mostly they're just letting that one go the whole way. 20 seconds left now on the Frito Minor. And Nathan Lutz just got to stick to that right at the blue line, as we are now back to 5-a-side hockey with 18:58 left in the middle period. High bounce there in the neutral zone, recovered nicely though by Eastern Washington, and then it's lost, and Nathan Lutz is the beneficiary. He sends that behind Isaiah Strategos, but Isaiah then turns to find it, and he sent it across towards Estrada, but I don't think they were on the same page, as that's set the length of the ice for icing.
I think one of the comments I was going to make on the Ducks, obviously it was a good period, power play really clicking. I think I'd want to see more shots on goal, especially on 5-on-5. Strategos right there, I was just thinking inside my mind, shoot it, like had a shot net, and because you never know. Shoot it, crash the net, hope for a rebound. The goals don't need to be pretty.
No, and Isaiah might have been up there towards the team lead in shots in the Big Mountain Showcase, and found himself on the score sheet in the I-5 Cup weekend. But he's a player. You can really see the step up in his game as the calendar has turned into 2020, and he's going to score a lot of goals in his Oregon career.
I really noticed he's particularly tonight, he's been skating around like a lot. He's always got his head up, looking around. A lot of guys, I'll take it, guilty myself. I really reading what color the puck is. Strategos, he's up looking for his teammates, looking for the right pass.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head there. That's the same thing that the coaches were talking about Isaiah, that I can't remember who this was. I think they were talking about Isaiah. There's a shot that is kicked away, but they said he's got no clue what color the puck is.
Yeah.
Because he's just never looking down. His head is always up, and I thought that was just a really clever phrasing of what Isaiah does, because you're right. His head is always up. He's always surveying. He always knows where he is on the ice and where all 4 of his skating teammates are on the ice, and he makes the right play more often than not. It's the Fortney-Charnholm-Rendell line. There is Kurt will dig in for the face-off back. Austin Bolt's quick shot. Sent away, then Fortney recovers behind the net.
It's tough off the face-off there, but you'd love to get traffic.
Charnholm backhander wide. Oh, that was a chance. If Charney's on his forehand there, that's a goal. Kick by Fortney. Can they keep it alive? Kurt does. Toward the corner for Rendell, but he'll have to battle behind the net. Physical play there. Kurt digging at it as well.
Kind of mentioned it earlier, but Connor Rendell's really got that sneaky size. He just planted himself on the wall, and I mean, number 15, Brian Walker is no small guy himself, and just shows his strength on the boards to battle with the puck.
I don't think there's a small guy on this Eastern team.
It's true.
A bunch of big boys. Charnholm to Garrity, who shoots and scores!
Great puck movement. Thought for a moment there that Eastern's goalie was going to get across, but Jack Garrity's able to slide it just barely inside the post, right into the side netting. Again, that's just great puck movement. But this is back-to-back lines by the Ducks, just applying pressure on Eastern Washington. They could not get it out of the zone. Face-off after face-off. If it does come out, it's icing, and they're just getting the puck, moving around, and finally, cross-ice pass, easy finish by Garrity.
Yeah, Eastern was getting their chances 5-on-5 in that first period. So far, 5-on-5 in this second, much better for the Ducks. Jack goes to dig that one out again, using his length. As Warren Berg gets his stick on it now to Charnholm. Back towards Berg, but it flips over his stick, and the Ducks have to regroup back in the neutral zone. Oh, Andrew Lee got to stick to that one, dropped it back, but there was no one skating onto it. Recovered, though, by the Ducks. Here's Garrity. Garrity with Lee going to the center of the ice. Garrity with a shot. Rebound is there. Trevor Shaw with the rebound. And that one knocked away. That was a big chance for the Ducks.
Yeah, really smart play by Jack Garrity there. The pass was questionable because the Eastern Washington player was guarding it, so he went for a nice low shot, far pad, and it popped out and almost could have been a rebound goal.
In front for Eastern, they get a shot there, and I think that hit Grayson's leg pad. He never went into his butterfly.
I was looking at his head at that the whole time. He did not see that. That puck came flying out of the corner and was put on net before he even knew what was happening. He didn't have time to go down. It just hit him in the pad. So fortunate for the Ducks there.
Here's Trevor Shaw. Backhander rebound for Strategos, and covered up by Bowen.
One of those early whistles that you hope go both ways in these games, but wow, that was still that was really close opportunity by Eastern Washington. The puck was fired out of the corner and no one was on the man in front of the net, and he got the puck off quick, but hit Grayson right in the pad.
A little surprised that it's Bowen in net tonight. Just looking, at least based on the stats, he's their number 2, or based on the minutes played, he would be their number 2. As here is Bice coming through, centering pass, no one there, but right back to the point for Eastern. And the shot through and the save made. Grayson, 15:32 left, second period.
I don't see Wyatt, their starting goal. He doesn't look like he's on the bench. At least dressed in gear, so
maybe he's hurt then.
Looks like Spencer Burton's the backup, so he's either hurt or, as we said, with those road trips and club hockey, sometimes other things are priority.
Or for all we know, it is Wyatt in goal, and he's just wearing number 37, and the numbers are wrong. That's also very possible.
Would not doubt that.
Any Eastern friends or family want to let us know in our comments, and when I get a free moment to check those.
I guess he should have. They do have names on the back of their jerseys. Take a peek.
Don't get to see the backside of the goaltender's jersey too often, but we'll have to pounce on it when we get the opportunity as Grayson pounces on that one.
I don't think Bathke was expecting Grayson to make that play. That was pretty funny. He's sliding out on his stomach, and he kind of did like a little push-up hop and then slid the puck into the corner, but the whistle was already blown.
And it is Bowen in goal. Thank you, McKenna. Hi also to Jacob. Glad the Ducks could score when you joined. That's always fun. .57 left. Second period. Puck goes sky high there, then comes down in a dangerous area. Ducks are able to push it to the corner, and that one also sky high, but stays in the playing surface. Now Duck is dropped behind the play. It will be a penalty.
Kind of a
interference,
unnecessary hit there. Plays moved along other direction, and just kind of, it's one of those 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, then the hit. First power play opportunity of the period for the Ducks.
.37 officially left in the second period as the Ducks go back to the man advantage. It's been a strong power play so far for the Ducks. There's a shot that is knocked behind the goal, and I don't think anyone on the ice knew where that one was for a moment.
Good hard shot by Berg. A lot of traffic in front from both teams. The Ducks are they're putting two guys in front of Bowen's eyes. So they got one guy, Pultz is planted right on top of him, trying to take his immediate eyes, but then you got the another guy standing even like a couple steps out, both center of the ice.
Faceoff was sent back into the neutral zone, so opportunity for Eastern to save some space. They get the clearance there, and here comes the breakout for the Ducks. Burgle started behind his own net again. Eastern going to try to make it difficult. Charnholm's pass across, hit a stick, and now cleared again. Now it's the Ducks that having a little trouble getting started on the power play here.
Good pressure by Eastern as the Ducks try to break out.
Now here come the Ducks again. Trevor Schott works it all the way around to Charnholm. Raised his stick for the shot, thought better of it. Diagonal pass across to Andrew Lee. Now to Rendell, back to Charnholm. Fires a shot that goes high, and Andrew Lee finds it. Now Rendell. Still 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Lee to Charnholm with a shot that's kicked up and deflected. Back to Rendy again. Now Andrew Lee again to Charnholm. Had to wait for it and sent the shot wide. Rendell keeps it alive.
He's got these opportunities. Love to see these shots be put low. You got two guys in front looking for rebounds and tips.
Rendell has it bounce off his stick. Charnholm collects it. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Shot rebounds to Rendell in the corner. Rendell in front and centering pass to the slot, but taken cleanly by Eastern. And here comes Bice, short-handed. Good play, Jack Garrity. And then Grayson Parks with a clean pass to Nathan Lutz. Ducks will not score on this man advantage, but they're not done threatening yet. Loose and now covered up.
That's not the guy you want to leave open in the slot for a shot. Good try by Rendell.
It's a good PK from the Eagles that time. See love from the great state of California in the comments. I'd love to know where else you're watching from. We've had viewers from as far away as
Norway.
Well, Well, Norway in the past, but we beat that record this year, actually.
Oh, really?
I don't remember. I think it was Japan or China
Oh, wow.
had a single comment come through, so I think you'd basically have to be Australia to beat that. There's a large
That's a huge
connection.
hit, and that's a big guy to take down. Oh, and he throws a little cheap shot back at him. That's going to be a penalty.
No, Freitag can't do that.
The trip call is interesting. He really just kind of lowered his shoulder into his back.
Did they call tripping on that?
Yeah, he called tripping. I don't
There's
know.
like 3 different things I could have called on
Yeah.
that penalty, and
I mean, from my
tripping
angle,
is
it looked like
fourth on the list.
out of frustration. I don't really know what else. Freitag just kind of lowered his shoulder into Reed Kaiser's lower back, and he went down. Freitag made it seem like he thinks he went down a little easy, but I mean, I just, he didn't
You can't make that hit.
You can't just hit a guy when the puck's not even around from behind like that. I mean, it wasn't malicious or anything, but that's going to be a penalty all
Not
the time.
the way they've been calling this game, especially. There's a chance for Eastern, and the shot in the save from Grayson Parks. That's Frito's second penalty, isn't it? He was in
Yeah,
there to-
both of them retaliation too.
to
Either
start.
he got poked or hit himself and kind of going back at the guy. So you need discipline in those situations.
Kicked away there by Parks and not cleared though. Now can the Ducks get it out of the zone? They do, and they may get a shorthanded chance. Fortney and Rendell. It's Fortney now towards Rendell, and he got a shot, but it wasn't a great one. Just not a perfect angle.
Yeah, not a lot of space for him. There's a nice little pass by Fortney to get him in on goal, but by the time he turned around and had his head up on net, wasn't a lot of space for him to make a move.
So Eastern now trying to get set up, and it pops right back to Fortney again. He will just shoot this one in. Sent out now right back to Fortney, and here's Bice for Eastern Washington. Backhands that one around to Haywood as everyone goes for a line change now. And Haywood will try to skate it across. He does cross the blue line, but he does so offside. Eastern bench doesn't agree.
Not happy with the call. A lot of complaints coming from every different angle, pointing at the blue line.
They're still jawing at it.
Yeah.
Linesman was just talking behind the play to Bowen, so it's a good job by the referee to stop the play there before it got started with one of the officials, and the goaltender not ready. The shot from Lutz is saved. I tell you, that is that's the Nathan Lutz shot.
Oh yeah.
Right there, breaking in from
little far angle from the
that
left,
side, wide angle going to the
and he's looking
far
top
post.
right the whole time.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many goals Nathan has scored in his Ducks career, but good number of them have been right from that exact sequence. There is Jack Garrity across towards Strategos and couldn't get a clean handle shorthanded.
There were numerous times in my playing career I had a 2-on-1 opportunity with when Nathan Lutz had the puck, and I just accept the fact that I'm going for any kind of rebound if there is one.
Bouncing around, still 20 seconds or so left on this Eastern power play, but here's Jack Garrity across the blue line, short-handed, and that's a shorty for Jack. 10:28 left.
Wow,
in the
what a
second
great
period.
move. Walks in on Mitch Hunt, and Hunt goes for a little hip check, but it was too late after Garrity just drags, tiny little toe drag, just like get that puck. You see Austin Matthews do that all the time in the NHL. Just get that puck right inside, almost right next to his left skate with his left-handed shot, and then boom, top corner.
So, a couple of power play goals, even strength goal, and now a shorty for the Ducks. As the lead goes to 4-1, but Eastern's still right there. And they're not going away anytime soon. Here's Rendell. Rendell with a shot that goes high and wide. That was number 2 in the game, by the way, for Jack. As Freitag, that was interesting. I tried to say Freitag right as the PA announcer was saying Strategos, and it came out as a name that doesn't belong to either one of them. Here is Fortney. He's going to have to work to get past the defenseman there. Can't, but may still create an opportunity. The puck will go behind the net where it's taken by Eastern, but Rendell pressuring. Nice move there from Dinwiddie. As Eastern tries to start up ice, Dinwiddie tries to knock that down. Austin Poltz, big hit.
Comes in out of nowhere. Eastern kind of calling for a late hit there.
Paiu Morrison slipped forward for Rendell. Here's Connor. Shot, save Bowen.
That was a tiny little move, but Mitch Hunt he was licking his chops for a center ice hit, and just a quick little move just to get the puck by him and a little pass out wide. Players on the Ducks' Duck bench whistling after that one.
The 90s line out there again. Shot Garrity Lee. With Rogaski and Berg. Poked away. Good job to work that to Rogaski, who then shoots it toward goal, and it's just taken by Eastern Washington. Now the dangerous Mitch Hunt. Backhander, Grayson Park save. Ducks on the puck. Backhanded to the neutral zone and then sent right back in towards Berg. Eastern's got to get back on side, and they were looking for the hit there. You could hear the target locking sound. Here's Hunt.
Oh, wow. Tiny little hole there in the top corner. Grayson down covering his posts, giving Mitch Hunt basically nothing to look at, and the one tiny little spot he fired at, and Grayson was just like, nope.
He's a good goalie,
here's
man.
My glove.
He's a good goalie, that number one.
Yeah, crazy to believe it's just his second year here with the Ducks. He's gonna be so good. Well, he is so good, but
yeah, he's already there.
The fact that he was already there last year, and they got.
I think it was a third team All Pac-8 last year, and
which seemed like
okay, well,
yeah,
maybe because he's a freshman, but could have been first or second, and
I don't know. I guess we didn't give up enough shots on him or something.
Gonna have an argument for him to be at least third team again, if not better than that, in a week or so's time in South Lake Tahoe. Jack Garrity almost had another shot, just couldn't quite get the angles right that time. As that one sent the length of the ice, Austin Poltz leading the race, icing the call with 8:02 left in the second period. Couple of Jack Garrity markers in this middle frame have turned a 2-1 game into a 4-1 game, but again, still it is tight. There are 4-1 games that feel like they're over, and this is certainly not one of them.
Well, playing time here for Sebastian Loa. Getting out there on his senior night.
Good to see it for Seabass. This is a tough opponent for him to get those minutes against. Gearing too out there, and Estrada. So a real depth shift for the Ducks as that was
Nathan Lutz wind up.
The Nathan Lutz clapper, make a wish. Don't see that one too often as Ulloa will go behind his own net, and good careful pass to find Estrada. And life made a little difficult for the Ducks. Ulloa again towards Estrada. Now Nathan Lutz, who's got to be the veteran presence on that line. Well, they're all vets, but he's the one that sees probably the most ice out of anyone outside of Berg that was on the ice at the moment for the Ducks. Now we're back with the deep pair of Poltz and Morrison. And that's just chipped in behind the defense, but right towards Parks, and Poltz has to go get it. Is obviously no icing, and now Morrison.
Ooh, we got a penalty here call, and it looks like it's Dom just down on the ice.
Boy, I totally missed that one.
Yeah, I was watching whatever.
Just look over and Dom is down, and
Dom's always searching for. He's always searching for. Is this Dom or?
I think that might be Fortney, actually. I think I only see one digit.
Wonder if it was like on a if he got like clipped when he was like changing or something. thought it was Dom. I just saw the 9.
Yeah, it is.
It is Kurt.
Kurt.
It's going to be Shuck in the box.
And we might get more than 2 minutes here. Actually, when you see the refs, yeah, the boards, 2 minutes has come off the boards. 5 minutes has gone up.
That's going to make me guess like a kneeing would be my guess, but we'll wait and see what the call is. Usually when you see a guy down like that, might be some knee-on-knee contact. Never feels good. So this will be 5 minutes uninterrupted power play. They score. They're staying on the power play. So Ducks could really put a dagger in Eastern Washington right now, especially with how their power play's been kicking tonight.
We'll see if they what they announce again. I didn't see the actual signal. One of these days we got to get the refs mic'd up, but a little outside of our budget.
For nothing, I guess.
Just
I don't know.
A major.
That call doesn't help us. And
shot there from Charnholm. Goes behind the goal. Now Berg will collect it. Back to Charnholm again. Back to Berg again. And he'll now switch places with Charnholm, but instead it goes to the opposite corner. Charney again with a shot off the side of the goal.
sneaky cross ice pass, a little sauce on it.
Back to Berg, now right back towards him, but he don't think he was quite ready for it. That shot's deflected wide, and now it'll be sent all the way out of the zone. So Berg will take a couple steps into his own zone and pick it up, and then he'll go all the way.
Himself.
Still it's Berg.
Ooh,
Trying to stuff
nice
it
little
home
move.
with a nifty play.
Couldn't quite get the puck up over the pad.
Charnholm one-timer, rebound, kicked wide.
No traffic on that one. Everyone was just watching him.
He's a good shot, but leave the watching it to the folks on the at home on the couch. Rendell now looking for Andrew Lee, and I think any stick on that one, and Lee directs it into the back of the net. 3 minutes 35 left on the power play. Another one-timer, rebound was there, but no one to knock it home for the Ducks, and it's cleared the length of the ice. The Grayson Parks, who will push it towards Nathan Lutz. Couple stick handles for Lutz, then Poltz to Garrity. Jack Garrity, who's on a hattie, waiting, shooting, scores!
Oh, on the ice. A lot of patience, just eyeing it down, looking for the right shot. Ducks got traffic in front of the net that time. Just put that one on the ice. Just nice and hard, low on the ice. I mean, maybe even honestly looking for a deflection, but straight in. Tip a hat to you.
So 3 goals on 5 power plays so far for the Ducks tonight, and they will still be on the power play for 3 minutes and 13 seconds. So Moose with a hat trick, and Moose on the puck again. Here comes Jack. Shot, rebound, and kick to the corner. Poltz now again.
Gotta get back on
Little
this.
misplayed pass. It's going to be a short-handed chance. 2-on-1. Nice move, but the shot goes wide. That was a great chance.
Really nice move
Easton.
by Shane Smith. Inside out on Ducks defender.
A dozen points on the year for Smith. Was looking for 13 there. Meanwhile, Nathan Lutz again from the Nathan Lutz spot. And that one kicked away. Strategos now. Patience from Isaiah Strategos.
Still in the power play here. No need to rush.
Still 2 full minutes. Now Trevor's shot. thought about the shot, then instead he's just going to take it behind the net.
It's a bit of a different power play unit they got out here than the usual two. Peyton Barkley on the. I don't know if he's playing the point or supposed to be. I think he's supposed to be in front of the net.
Rendell.
Mitch Hunt without a stick, so you want to kind of go after him, almost like a 5-on-3.
He makes a couple of plays to just, and that's going to be a penalty, I think, against
Mitch Hunt.
Hunt.
Not really sure what he was. I mean, he was just kind of flying around the ice to block a shot, but then he kind of wrapped himself up and took down Nathan Lutz. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for 1 minute and 34 seconds for the Ducks. I feel like he might have just made the hand motion for a hook, which would confuse me because Hunt didn't have a stick at the time. But I'm not arguing that there was a penalty there, but that was a little. We'll see what the call was. I don't know. It looked more like a holding, just pulling it down.
I think it was a hold. And
okay.
I got to say, Mitch Hunt is lucky the referee wasn't looking at him because he did the clap motion at the referee on his way to the box. Which almost an automatic, at least 2 minutes, if not a 10-minute misconduct when you do that. But
got to be careful.
Another shot, another goal.
So it's really tricky. Nice little shot by Shot. He was just looking past the whole time, eyeing across, but he had in his mind that he was going to shoot it. Yeah. Man, that did not take long. That was just like
Trevor's not fooling
12 seconds
there.
right there.
He's going for that shot.
Yeah, what a shot. Goal by the man himself, Trevor Schott. We got a goaltending change here. Looks like Spencer Burton's going to get the call.
Now, it will go back to 5-on-4. I had thought that Shuck's penalty needed to come first, even though it was a major, but...
Yeah, not with the major. I mean, he just doesn't come out of the box, so it's not going to be... They're not going to continue 5-on-3, so Hunt will come out. Short little time on the bench for him.
So we are underway again. 3 minutes even left in the second period. Four of the 6 for the Ducks tonight on the power play, and they're still up on the man advantage for 1 minute. And Fred Charnholm, if he handled it, he had a lot of net. Horenberg. Faking to Charnholm, back to Berg. Shot, rebound is there, thrown at net by Shot.
Ooh, gonna be a penalty on Trevor Schott here. he tried to shoot the puck away in frustration. He probably lucky he fanned on it. Ref wouldn't have liked that.
It's a hook against one of the 2 captains for the Ducks. Again, 2 guys actually wear the C. It's not
all Schott can do is laugh. Hard to see behind the net there what exactly happened, but...
So it'll be 36 seconds of 4-on-4.
And the Eastern will have a chance. I mean, they're in desperate need of a goal to stay in this thing. But
here comes Connor Rendell, though. Breakaway for Rendell, wide. Not out of the woods yet, though, or is Eastern. As Jack Garrity to Morrison. Rendell will get to this one. Actually. Eastern hops on the puck and goes the other way. Nice move to get a shot. Right in front again, and Grayson makes the save. That was Kaiser moving in. 7 seconds of 4-on-4 left. A lot of space out there right now.
You got a feel for Spencer Burton there. Comes off the bench, been sitting all game, probably looking for a couple easy shots to, get back all warmed up. I mean, he warmed up like over an hour ago, and first thing that comes in on him is a breakaway, and luckily he didn't even have to make the save. The shot went wide, but it was a nice little. He almost made Connor shoot because of his a little bit of aggressive poke check he had. But Eastern's power play starts right now.
And block, and here comes another breakaway. It's Nathan Lutz trying to stuff it home, and gonna have to do better than that, but the net came off its moorings, I think. 1:28 officially period 2.
Well, that'll be there's the save. Get him on the stat sheet.
One minute flat left on shots penalty. I'm not sure that we've had a power play chance yet for Eastern, but here they come through the neutral zone and across the blue line, and there's your shot, and there's your save from Grayson Parks with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the middle period.
48 seconds left on Trevor Schott's penalty.
Eastern to the point. Shot, save, Parks. Now working it back around. High circle shot. Parks saved it, but couldn't hold it. Now Eastern will start in their own end. Pressure and then a retreat from Lee, and now Mitch Hunt with a shot gloved by Parks. Save made. 38 left in period 2. Off the face-off, Strategos knocks it back for Berg, who clears off the glass.
Oh,
in fact, almost perfectly to find Lutz.
Can't believe that missed his stick. He would have had daylight for a breakaway. No one around him.
Now Trevor's out of the box, so we're back to five-a-side hockey. 17 seconds left in the period.
Ooh.
And Eastern will find one in the final minute.
Puck pops out in front. Strategos can't quite handle it. I think that was, number 4.
Kaiser, yeah.
Yeah, Reed Kaiser just hopped on it, and all he had to do was, the puck just popped out in front, and he just jumped on it, first guy on it, hit it, back to the net.
Well, it's a big response for Eastern. You'd expect this is going to be the score when we go into the third period, but still time for either team to find one last shot. Icing called, so 6 seconds left. Plenty of time to win the faceoff and get a quick shot. Ducks can't lose the focus here. Mitch Hunt will take the faceoff for Eastern against Garrity for the Ducks. They do get it to the point, and Estrada shooting wide. So that will do it for 2 periods of play here in Eugene. The score 6-2. Any closing thoughts before we go to break, sir?
I mean, up until the last 10 seconds there, that period was all Ducks. Just like we said, power plays. They were going to get their opportunities. Really took advantage of them. I mean, a 5-minute major, that's going to hurt any team. But bit of a lifeline by Eastern Washington at the end there. So they got the goalie changed. We'll see how Spencer Burton does in the next frame. But this game's been all Ducks.
Alrighty, well, we got 20 minutes left in this one and a great one coming up tomorrow, too. 6-2 the score after 40 minutes. We'll see you soon. Last time for the night. Welcome back inside the Lane County Ice Center, the rink exchange. Teams are assembling for the third period. 6-2 the score after 40 minutes of play, and if we circled one thing pregame for the Ducks, it was the power play, and it has been outstanding for Riley Orr's team tonight.
Yeah, you knew they were going to get the opportunities, and if they hadn't converted like they did, this game would be tied, 1-goal game. So I mean, they really took advantage of the power play as we hoped and thought they should. So we'll see. I mean, a lot of hockey left. Eastern squeaked one out in the last minute there of the period, so showed some life in this game. Seen bigger leads slip away. Let me just say that. Had a lovely conversation with an Oregon Duck super fan. If you've ever been to a men's or women's basketball game, you've seen her. Her name is Lois. Lovely. She says she turns 80 years old next week. She's at every game. She wears these giant oversized glasses. The Jumbotron loves her. She's just dancing in front of the band. And this is her first Duck hockey game. And
all right.
And she, so I'm like, if we've got Lois out here,
Lois, we're doing pretty good.
Ducks hockey is going places now. So, and she couldn't stop talking about the play. She's how good these guys are moving the puck around, and she's from Minnesota, so she knows a thing or two about hockey. It was great chatting with her.
Well, that's a good get.
Yeah.
That's a real good get. Shout is just finishing up here. Important business.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter the sport. Football, basketball, it's always a little bit of an extended timeout, extended quarter break. You gotta get through the entirety of Shout.
And Brandon Bathke, the head ref tonight, talking to both of the captains. Is he just saying behave there?
Probably. Something about that.
Refs have been busy tonight, both teams. We did confirm that it was a kneeing penalty that led to that 5-minute major. So Stratty in for the faceoff, caught right to Rendell, who almost set himself up. Instead, it's going to be Eastern moving across the blue line. Now Strata goes, now Rendell. Or excuse me, that was Charnholm. Now it's Rendell. As Connor sends that shot wide. Deflected. So this is interesting. This is the Rendell and Charnholm are out together. But Isaiah Strategos is the third forward on the line. And I don't know if that is a shift in lines or if maybe Kurt Fortney is still a little ginger after taking that knee. So we'll see if we'll have to keep an eye out for number 9 in green.
Well, I don't see him on the bench. Oh, yeah. I think his night might be done.
I don't see him in the corner either, though, so...
Well, he might still be changing, showering.
Yeah, it could be. So we certainly hope that's just precautionary.
Yeah, knees, like I said, those knees.
Knees are the worst, man.
Yeah, those are always scary.
Back into the neutral zone for Freitag. And Andrew Lee's telling him to wheel. He'll take a shot. Rebound is there. Loose still. Rebound still there. And now finally it's cleared out of the zone by Eastern Washington, only as far as Warren Berg, who'll have to shoot it in as Jack Garrity wasn't done getting back on side yet. So free possession for the moment for Eastern, now wrapped around the boards and now flipped up the ice. And Freitag will chase after it, and it will not be icing.
Trevor's shot throwing the body there.
Andrew Lee tried the diagonal pass. It hit his skate, but went right back to Lee.
Seems like the puck's getting a little stuck in some wet water. Hadn't quite dried yet.
15:20 left. Third period as Eastern starts up ice and loses it in the neutral zone, but gets it right back. And onside across the blue line of the Eagles, but the shot blocked by Rogaski before it ever went on goal. Saw Jack, here's the Ducks the other way. Lutz at the center of the ice, and Barkley was there. Barks is hungry for a senior night goal.
Yeah, it was a hell of an opportunity.
Underway again, 17:50 now. Here's Rendell still on his stick and now poked away from him, but not yet cleared. And now Warren Berg gets that, is able to poke it to Freitag. Charnholm got a stick to it. Now Rendell, so it is going to be, it looks like Strategos with these two the rest of the night. And that's a big opportunity for Stratty to play up a line. Here's Rendell, couldn't get a shot, so he'll circle around. Now backhands it across, but it's intercepted pretty cleanly by Bice, who then makes a nice move to get by Berg. And here's maybe a chance for Eastern right in front. Good save, Grayson Parks. Had the leg pad down.
Well, we'll pass over for a line change. Rendell wasn't looking for the pass there.
Yeah, that was close to too many men. Good job by... I didn't see who the Duck was that was changing, but he waited to step on the ice until Rendell was off after it had hit him. Lee in the neutral zone, nifty move. Poked away from him, though. Good job using the stick by Dinwiddie. Jack Garrity looking for 4. Right in front for shot. Second attempt for shot. Garrity again. Another attempt from Garrity knocked away. The puck will not go at the moment. And going to be not icing as beating at is Azanero, who I think I talked to before the game. I asked one of the Eastern players for some pronunciation help and did not actually ask about his name, but then somebody said, what about 26? You got 26? You know how to say 26? Gotta assume that was him. Shot for Lee, wide. Now Garrity into the corner, though. Eastern will move it up. Poked away, and it'll still manage to go through the zone, so chasing after it is Rogaski. And winning the puck is Jack Rogaski for Andrew Lee. Here's Jack again. He's hit hard right toward the Eastern bench. Puck will squirt away, and the Eagles will take over. Good long pass there. Warrenberg trying to break up the 2-on-1. Good stick play from Bergie.
That was a great play. Just got down the ice to cover the pass, and then the way he was angled, there was no opportunity to shot either.
Eastern player, it's number 4, went flying into the boards, trying to take out a Duck, and
hearing it from the bench, and then Trevor Schott, never one shy to share his feelings. Let Reed Kaiser know exactly what he thought about that, kind of laughing in his face. So Reed took a couple cross checks to Trevor Schott's cage, and now it'll be a Duck power play. Not really sure what kind of case you can plead in this situation.
Yeah, I don't.
But
we've seen a lot of. I'm going to stop myself from saying what I was going to say, but.
Hey, I mean, it happens on both sides. It's easy to point from the stands and say, why are you complaining? I've had a number of penalties called on me that I disagreed with, that if you probably looked at from the stands, it's probably pretty clear. See, one of the concerning parts of the Ducks in these points of the game, you have a 4-goal lead, and it's when you get almost like too comfortable and everyone, they're looking for their own stats, right? And you maybe get away from the type of play that's gotten you to this point in the game. So hopefully they keep the puck movement crisp and good shots, traffic in front, looking for rebounds.
Charnholm was looking for Lee, went wide of him, so back up to the top for Berg. Now Charney again, top of the circle, back to Berg, back to Lee, waiting, poked in, and sent wide by Schott. Charnholm, Berg, Lee. Poked away, and Lee will go to his
catches an edge
backside, but continues to play the puck.
Miscommunication there.
And Poltz will turn and fire. Rebounds out to Trevor Schott. Will drift back to the point. Nice move. Waits the shot and fired up high and wide.
Deflected. I think the face-off will stay inside here.
Play time for Strategos here. Rendell high off the glass. Lutz and Strategos back to get it. It's Nathan Lutz with it now, and Jack Garrity finds the puck. Garrity behind the net in front, loose. Now back to Paiute Morrison, waiting shot, and I think we get a penalty on the Ducks here.
I think the net's just off.
Oh, the net's off. All right, all right.
Definitely a little some chippiness going on behind the scenes.
So here's Rendell, shot wide and deflected. Rendell, Garrity. Paiute Morrison, and Eastern bench thought it was out. Linesman thought otherwise, and now it's out. And 10 seconds left, so Kaiser's standing in the box. Looks like it's going to be a kill. Maybe one last chance. No, it will be a kill for Eastern Washington.
Ooh, stops on dime. Save the offsides.
And here come the Eagles. Shot, save, Parks, easy.
I mean, prior to the penalty, the Eastern Washington really came out firing. Had multiple 2-on-1 opportunities, just kind of bad turnovers by the Ducks on either blue line, leading to opportunities for Eastern Washington, and then they did the thing that's been hurting them all day, and they got a penalty. So we'll see how they come out now with 5-on-5.
Turnovers at the blue line, something the Ducks track and really try to avoid. I mean, that's not revolutionary. Here's Trevor Schott, breakaway wide.
Got it stuck in his feet and just had a hard time getting it back out on his stick. I mean, it was a nice play to get it back so he could get a shot off, but
Charnholm, another shot behind net, and kept alive for Lee. Shot!
Wow, what a save.
What a save indeed.
Trevor Schott skates over, gives him a tap on the pad. I mean, that's just tough turnover behind the net, and then just passes out, and no one is even close to around Trevor Schott. And man, what a save by Spencer Burton.
Point I was trying to make earlier about those turnovers is it's something, obviously any level of hockey, turning it over within a couple feet of the blue line, never a good thing.
Oh no,
but it's something that the Ducks in Colorado felt like they just did way too often, especially in that first game that they lost to Northern Colorado, and they turned the puck over at the blue line too much because everyone's just sort of trying to dangle, trying to be individually skilled and not making smart, crisp passes and playing the system, or even just dumps when it has to be. And they've been getting a little better at that each game. Right to Charnholm, and how do you do 24? Is that shot from Charnholm just flipped up, and it looked like it got him either in the chest or maybe even the face. We wear cages and bubbles at this level, so doesn't make it any more fun to get hit there, though. That one's intercepted in the neutral zone by Berg, but Trevor Schott had to get back on side, so Berg was a little delayed, and now it's sent behind the net. Still it's the Ducks behind the net, poked away, but maintaining possession. Big hit on Trevor Schott, but right in to take the puck back was Andrew Lee. Now Trevor Schott looked like he's either held or hooked somehow there, but he pulls back with the puck, and he nearly set something up. Goes back to Paiute Morrison instead, with 11:15 left in the third period.
Ooh, that's convenient.
Going the other way, breakaway for Mitch Hunt. Save made, Grayson Parks on the most dangerous man in Cheney.
Nice little move, try to do a little toe drag, lost control of it.
Mitch Hunt, big physical play there.
Go into the box again. I mean, how many interference calls tonight? Just throwing guys down, late hits. I mean, it's just Achilles heel here for this team. I mean, you get the feeling that they're going to go to the locker room after this game and feel like the refs are out to get them. I mean, with the number of penalties called on them. But some of these plays, it's just, I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm here reporting for the Ducks team, but it's just, to me, it seems kind of clear. These aren't really questionable calls. But he's, Mitch Hunt now applauding the boards for the referee.
You know, I'll tell you what, Eastern's lucky that they touched that puck, because I actually thought that penalty was going to go against the Ducks, because the Eastern goalie, as soon as the arm went up, I don't know if you saw that, Derek, started this sprint for the bench.
Oh, really?
So he thought it was going the other way.
Yeah, they are lucky.
And I'm sure he would have noticed if the Ducks had touched the puck and the whistle didn't blow, but he would have been halfway to the bench. And cardinal sin right there, icing on the power play for a Ducks power play that has been excellent tonight. Not so much there. Maybe a minute or two early for the final countdown, but 10:15 left in regulation here. On the power play again, towards Berg, backhanded across. No one there. Now it's Andrew Lee to collect it. Lee takes a shot, and the net will pop off its moorings pretty easily there.
That's one of those fortunate ones for the Duck. Eastern Washington's kind of going the other way. Not saying it would have turned into anything, but probably would have at least been an iced puck. But since Spencer knocked his own net off, the faceoff will stay inside.
Strategos out there again with Garrity and Nathan Lutz. It's an interesting group on the power play. Garrity across. Rendell deflected, and great save from Spencer Burton there with Nathan Lutz parked directly in front of him. I don't know that he saw a lot more than a yellow number 4, but is just able to gobble up that puck with 9:48 left in the third. Garrity will win that one. Goes behind the net with it. Back up top to Paiute Morrison. Back to Jack. Sent across. Back to Morrison in that Warren Berg office. Now back to Garrity, back to Morrison again. Now to Rendell. We're just working it around the perimeter here. One-timer, nope. Instead back to Rendell. And then that pass intercepted and cleared with 30 seconds left on the man advantage, and 9:15 now left in regulation. Here's Stratty. Tries to evade the hit from Reed Kaiser there. Parks flips that one quickly to Rendell, who's knocked down.
He's just kind of tried to save himself there. I was like, I'm going down.
Just falling over there, but Strategos, meanwhile, will get a chance, and that shot deflected up high.
Again, Strategos skating in the zone, heads up the whole time.
It was a funny moment from Rendell.
Yeah.
This happened in slow motion. 8:41 on the big clock above the Zamboni doors. Steven in the PA box, taking us right back to 2004 with the music. Maybe 8, but a long time ago. Charnholm. Trevor Schott finds the puck. Freitag with a shot. Look at Frito, but that one goes high.
Duck.
Want to see him score tonight, too. Ducks try to get a little bit, maybe too cute on the passing there, and Eastern will force it back into the Duck zone. We're back to five-a-side hockey now, with just about 7:40 left in the third period. And here's a chance for Eastern, but they'll have to carry it around. And look out as it's bouncing right in front of Grayson Parks, and
Grayson seemed a little surprised that it didn't just bounce behind.
Underway again. Paiute Morris, a nifty stick handling. And
we could call a high stick. It's probably centimeters above that 90-degree angle.
Well, they'll make him do it more safely. 7:15 left in regulation as we're underway again, and the puck's stuck at feet for a minute. Now back up to the point.
Yeah, Dom's going to go to a box for interference.
There's the touch.
Kind of, as I was pointing out earlier with Mitch Hunt in Eastern Washington, that's as clear as it gets.
And
Dom pleading his case. Look, it goes both ways, people. You cannot argue that. That's a clear penalty. He wasn't wrong to start the contact, to start the hit, but it was like he got him and then he kept pushing, like, I'm going to get this guy slammed into the boards. And it's like, okay, the puck left like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, see, I think if I'm as big and strong as Dom, my problem there is I just want to get my money's worth. If I'm going to take a penalty, I want to hit him a little harder.
No, and that's how Dom's played his whole career. When he gets those minutes, he knows what he's out there to do.
An incredibly large man, Dom Estrada.
Yeah.
And whistles. We'll do it again. 6:49 left. All over the musical map tonight. And here's a chance to clear for the Ducks, but you know what they like better is a shorthanded opportunity, and they almost found one, but it was poked just away from Connor Rendell's stick. Now through the neutral zone is Eastern Washington backhanding it in, and Poltz will get there, and he'll send his man into the boards. That is the same number 4 we've been calling Reed Kaiser's name a lot tonight.
He was on the scoreboard and in the box.
Mitch Hunt passes it across. toss, and it goes behind the net. Kaiser diving for it. Now back to Mitch Hunt. There's a clapper, but it hit his skate. And Hunt's got to go back behind his own net with Connor Rendell tailing him.
Oh, nice pass back to him. Yeah,
Nice goal.
Hunt
Nice
was looking for that the whole time. Gets the puck behind net, dishes his teammate, and he was just like banging his stick, looking back at his teammate, just like, you see me, right? Like, this is a give and go all the way up the ice, and gets the puck, and nice finish. Side note, just saw Kurt Fortney come out of the locker room in his street clothes, making his way to the bench. So it looks like, but I mean, he's walking on it and everything. So if it's a knee problem, it makes me feel a little bit better. But we'll see what the report is after the game.
Garrity might have a opportunity for a fourth here. Just lost it though, and now the Ducks have to go back in the neutral zone with 5.5 left in the third period. That one hit a linesman, but lucky for the Ducks, as Eastern Washington would have been offside.
I kind of wonder why. Did it touch a Eastern player? It just hit the ref and went back in.
Hit the ref and went out and back in.
I don't know.
Now Garrity, or Freitag rather. Now Garrity. And off netting whistle. 4:50 left.
Have we seen a goal on Spencer Burton? Or was it 6-2 in the 6-1? I think it was it 6-1 when the change happened?
I didn't note the change. I can't remember if it was after the fifth or after the sixth.
I can't remember. I know it's either that shot goal was the one that made the change, or it was either before that. So I don't know, but I mean, he's playing well, obviously. So I'm just curious about tomorrow. Like, I don't know if the plan was for them to split the games either way, or what. So see if they put Jake Bowen back in.
Yeah, they may do that. They may just go back to Bowen. Spencer's earned it though. If they go to him, he's played well. And I don't know if Wyatt Monier or Austin Kirby may have made the trip. They are not dressed tonight, but maybe we'll see one of them too. Good stick check from Strategos.
Just given the games played, you would have thought, if Wyatt had made the trip when you're playing the Ducks.
Team to beat in the Pac-8 this year.
Probably put him in, but who knows?
And that one's just going to get by everybody, so icing the call.
Trying to sneak a change, not happening. .53 left in a 6-3 hockey game.
Wrapped around the boards. Freitag will keep it alive for the Ducks. Andrew Lee got a paw to it, but wasn't able to control it. And now Freitag will pick this one up. He's got a tail, though, as chasing in hot after him was Joseph Baer. And that one will hit the stick of Grayson Parks.
Here goes Jack.
Jack on a hat trick. Tries to Olay out of the check there, and it's still Jack Garrity on the puck. Now he finds Austin Poltz, who sends it wide. Paiute Morrison keeps it alive, but then
somehow.
Nice job. Still to Andrew Lee, who shoots, and the save is made.
Can't speak enough about Spencer Burton's game once he's gotten in here. I mean, these are some great looks the Ducks are getting.
And he is, again, just looking at the games played and the minutes. Spencer is Eastern's 4.
Yeah.
They've got 4 goalies on the roster. And this is only his 3rd game of the year, and he's been real good. Morrison sends it through traffic, got it right through the legs of Mystery 24. So who did we think that was? One of the zeros. They've got a couple of guys listed as zero.
A holding penalty on Eastern Washington Hinderman. Just pinning Dom up there. You kind of hear it's almost like wrestling.
I think
2, 3, but now Dom's little retaliation after is going to get him a penalty as well. Give him a little stick after.
Well, retaliation penalties will kill you. They're going to cost the Ducks a power play now. And
I said Hinderman.
Some conversation between Dom and Minderman through the.
It was actually honestly that was kindness. You don't always see that. It was Minderman basically saying, "Look, you're fine. Like you didn't he was just pinning him on the wall, and then Dom gave him a tiny little shot, nothing big, and I don't think either one of them are feeling like it is all malicious."
It's maybe fair of the referees to just try and keep control. We've had a physical game tonight. We're sure to have a physical game tomorrow. And Andrew Lee across, not sure who that was for. It goes back into the neutral zone. Now Andrew Lee.
An exciting 4-on-4 pairing or grouping for the Ducks here. A lot of speed, craftiness.
A lot of skill on the ice, too. Mitch Hunt's out there for Eastern as Jack Garrity rips a shot that's deflected wide.
He'll be outside the zone.
Go wide on its own. Yeah, we're going to go outside the zone. Backhanded face-off win for Andrew Lee, but almost hopping on the puck was Haywood for the Eagles. Jack Garrity with Lee in the slot. Andrew Lee now will go to the corner. Back to Berg, to Freitag. Shooting, save made. Here's Rendell. Knocked away from him, and Eastern will start in the neutral zone. Poltz could chase it. Morrison's there, and Poltz will find Paiute, who then backhands it right back to Austin. Nicely done with 1:40 left in regulation. Shot from Poltz there. Rebound comes right to him, but then it's lost behind the net, and Eastern starts up ice with 90 seconds left in the game. Here's Rendell. Rendell trying to create a shooting opportunity for himself, and does, and the save made.
I mean, who knows what we got left in this 1:13 remaining, but this period's really speaking more to the type of play Eastern's capable of. I mean, this is a 1-0 period, Eastern. Sure, Ducks have had their chances, and Spencer Burton's need to make some big saves for them, but I don't. This is closer to what I would have expected, and again, staying out of the box always helps.
Kicked away. .63 seconds left. Berg will find that in the neutral zone. Berg will move across the blue line. Now to Nathan Lutz. Nathan Lutz with a shot and the save made with 51 seconds officially left. One timer, Berg looking for the deflection. Stratigo's shot pulled it back. Another one, and loose, and the whistle blew. Did we get a penalty, or did the net come off? Or
No, I think it was just a
ref just lose it.
whistle.
Seconds officially. Austin Pultz. Shot save, rebound into the corner for Nathan Lutz. Now Estrada. Deflected away. Eastern trying to get it out. Right to Pultz, looking for the deflection from Stratigos.
That was an interesting play.
Talk about bringing your shovel to the rink. That was
Mitch Hunt is really frustrated with the refs tonight.
Three seconds, 2-1, and that will do it for this one. Oregon wins 6-3. 4 of those goals coming on 8 power play attempts, including a major. Jack Garrity with the hat trick. Andrew Lee with 1, Warren Berg with 1, Trevor Schott with 1. Eastern has got to feel like if they could have played more 5-on-5, they might have had a different game.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, they just won that period 1-0. They were still kind of pinned in their zone a little bit. The Ducks passing wasn't as crisp there, but they were getting shots off. And, I mean, really, Spencer Burton came in and played a great game. So I'll be really curious to see who gets the call tomorrow night in net for Eastern Washington. But, again, yeah, they've got to stick to 5-on-5 hockey if they want to compete with the Ducks tomorrow.
Well, they'll all shower it off. We get a handshake line, and we'll get another one tomorrow, late tomorrow, a 10 p.m. start. One last time at 10 p.m. Thanks for joining us tonight. For Derek Armstrong, my name is Isaac Rosenthal. Our cameraman is Jake Kelly. We will see you next time. Final score in Eugene, Oregon 6, Eastern Washington 3.